White flag. 1 lap to go. 1 lap right here.
All right. That was Kyle Summers, and best of luck to him next year. Can't wait to see him in his new series with his new sponsor. And
yeah, that's pretty sweet.
It's going to be very awesome to watch. Make sure to check him out on speed51.com and
MAV TV.
MAV TV. We'll make sure to list all those on Facebook and Twitter for all the Marbleheads out there to follow him. And I might just try to make it to that Bristol race whenever they decide the date and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But, man, now we've gone into this, come to the part of the show, my favorite part of the show, to wrap up this episode. Driver of the week this week in NASCAR. And, Preston, what do you got for this week in NASCAR?
This week in NASCAR, we go all the way back to November the 29th of 1981. In addition to his record 200 Premier Series race victories, Hall of Famer Richard Petty also won 3 times in the Winston West Series, which is now the ARCA Menards Series West. Petty's third and final Winston West victory came at Phoenix International Raceway, which is now Phoenix Raceway, where he won the Warner W. Hogdon 250 by 0.3 seconds over Neil Bonnet. Richard's son, Kyle, was third, followed by Bobby Allison, and Richard earned $7,333 with the victory.
Yeah, very nice, man. I didn't know he was an ARCA driver as well, but jack of all trades. He actually did some drag racing.
Oh, that's, yeah.
When they banned the Hemi, they decided to go drag racing, and NASCAR brought him back because nobody was watching NASCAR because Richard Petty wasn't there.
Hey, man.
Just going to say that right there. Yeah. This week's driver of the week is Joe Frasson, and if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. It's Frasson. Frasson. That's what I'm going to go with. Born September 3rd, 1935, and died in 2016, November 21st, 2016, so almost 4 years ago, unfortunately. A retired NASCAR Winston Cup driver born in Golden Valley, Minnesota. He has 107 races over 10 years. His best points finish was 22nd in 1970. His first race was in the 1969 Motor Trend 500 at Riverside, and his last race was in the 1978 America 500 at Rockingham. Has no wins, 19 top 10s, and 0 poles. And the reason I picked him, he just has an interesting backstory. Frasson's anger management issues caused him to frequently lose his temper when he failed to qualify in NASCAR Cup Series races. His fierce and independent attitude during his NASCAR career would prelude the need for corporate sponsors being a full-time partner in his multi-vehicle organization. Having a rather gruff appearance and not apologetic to NASCAR media present at the race, he showed the elements of rudeness that people in the southern United States stereotypically pictured people, and then so he pretty much was a stereotypical redneck for people in the north.
Okay.
And that's what I found interesting. And it's crazy that, because he on appearance, he doesn't look like he looks like a Dale Earnhardt before there was a Dale Earnhardt. You know how people say Jeff Gordon was the polished Dale Earnhardt? Well, yeah. This guy's anger just prevented him from, I think, maybe a couple championships and a couple wins in the NASCAR series. And that just goes to show, be thankful for what you have and let people help you, because his anger got the best of him. Got the best of him, and he didn't get any help from sponsors because of that. But Joe Frasson is your driver of the week this week here in the Marbles. And Preston, how about do it? We're out of time here on the Unhinged Sports Network and on a regular podcast platform. But Preston, you have anything else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, real quick, going back to Romain Grosjean. So he's going to be replaced this weekend by Pietro Fittipaldi, who born June 25th of 1996, a Brazilian racing driver, the grandson of two-time Formula One world champion Emerson Fittipaldi and brother of racing driver Enzo Fittipaldi. And Max Papis is his uncle, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Interesting little tidbit there. So he's making his Formula One debut this weekend for Haas at the Sakir Grand Prix over there in Bahrain. So we'll have to see how he does.
Best of luck, Fittipaldi. And that'll about do it for this episode. Folks, stay tuned next week. We got a very special episode in store for you next week. You don't want to miss it. Thank you for tuning in this week, and we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I'd like to thank everybody so much for tuning in to us this week here at In the Marbles. Make sure to follow In the Marbles on all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube for the latest and greatest from the world of auto racing and updates from the show here when they come. I'd like to thank Kyle Summers again for being on the show and sharing his big news with us. Best of luck in the future, Kyle. For Preston Lude, I'm Matt Beamer. Thank you so much again for listening. Stay safe and have a good rest of the week. Hey race fans, want more In the Marbles content? Make sure to subscribe below and check out our videos over here.